Okay, fine. And let me share my screen. So Pooja, please confirm, can you see my screen?
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah. So yesterday, in before that, we already done like how to create our developer full developer lifetime account and all the things like basic of LWC, the inventions and prerequisite to learn LWC, right? Now it's
Yeah.
time to check my domain. So my domain, basically what is this? Having custom domain is more secure and some Salesforce features. Once you enable this my domain, so it's having some secure functionality under the Salesforce features and provide more than plus point our sites. Okay. So my domain basically used for enable the some security purpose and some Salesforce features. Always remember, right? Then you can see this dev hub, and just a second, let me highlight this one. Mhm. Hmm. Okay, so here you can see having a custom domain and secure and all the things related to domain. Now here you can see like dev hub, right? So dev hub
Yeah.
we have to enable. Sorry.
No,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay, okay. So we have to enable DevHub too. Okay. So DevHub basically used to enable the Scratch org. I will teach you what is Scratch org and DevHub. Okay. After a few minutes. So till then you can focus on these points. Like DevHub basically create and manage orgs from the command line. Here you can see. First point, if anyone asks what is DevHub, so you can easily give this answer like DevHub basically used for creating the Scratch org. Okay, like I will explain what is Scratch org. Okay, after some time, and view information about Scratch org, link namespace org. Here you can see this one, right? So this is all about DevHub. Now next point here, like DevHub versus Scratch org. Okay, so DevHub, it is the main Salesforce org. Always remember, this is the main org, right? And org that you will use to create and manage Scratch org. Here you can see clearly mentioned here. Okay, so please note it down this one. Like DevHub is a main org, and we also use this DevHub to creating Scratch org. And what is Scratch org? It is a source driven and disposable deployment of the Salesforce code and metadata. Scratch org are driven by the source. Sandboxes are copy of production. You know sandboxes and types of sandboxes, Pooja?
Yes, sir. Type of sandbox is partial sandbox and full copy sandbox, developer
Hmm.
pro sandbox,
Hmm.
developer sandbox.
Okay. And why we are using like any sandboxes in our org? Because we have already production. So why we need
Yeah, but
sandbox?
in testing case, we need to use sandbox.
Yeah, and some development case, like some customization if you need it. So always use sandboxes because sandbox provide more functionality comparison to the production. But production doesn't have these kind of functionality, right?
Yes, yes.
So if you are working in as a developer and a tester, so always use your sandboxes based on your company need and based on your company requirement, like developer pro, partial copy, full copy, sandbox, like that, right?
Yes.
Then these sandboxes, and always remember sandbox are the copy of the production. If you have some data under the production, that data comes under the sandboxes and some
Yes.
configuration or customization. Suppose in production you have some workflow and process builder. Okay, so once you create any sandbox from the production, so all the configuration part is automatically came here in under the sandbox and you can work. Okay, that is the functionality about the sandbox and production. And always remember, this is the not point, like scratch or do not replace sandboxes. Always remember, right?
Yeah.
So if you are creating any scratch org, so it doesn't impact or effect in your sandboxes. It's a separate, right?
Yes.
Then we will move next point. And here you can see like project creation, how to create LWC project under the VS Code or using Salesforce or. So here you can see there are so many commands like sfdx force : project colon create hyphen n and then give your project name, or n means this is the alias, minus n means new project. Here you can see, right?
Yeah.
Then you can authorization of your org like sfdx force colon auth web login and learning that all the things. And here you can see this is all alias minus a or d. So minus a is alias and minus d is the default. Here you can see you can easily understand with the help of these commands, right?
Yes.
So this is the project creation. So let me open my org first. Now you can see, and if you are working any Salesforce org, okay, so always use this URL to log in salesforce.com. Okay, this one, login.salesforce.com. This is the one URL. Once you are working any production or if you are working any sandboxes, so always use like test.salesforce.com, right? You know very well this one. Okay, so what is the difference between here you can see this UI and this UI? Can you explain me this two one?
Sir,
Pooja?
production is a free. Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sir, production is free of cost, but sandbox is paid,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
URL I think same.
No,
But
no,
it's
no. URL
internet.
is different. URL is different. You can observe here. You can see like test.salesforce.com, and once you go this one, login.salesforce.com. Here you can see,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And also you can
Yes.
check login.salesforce.com is the production URL, and here you, under the button you can see only login. And once you go this page test.salesforce.com, under the login button you can see like login to sandboxes,
It's sandbox. Yes.
right?
Yes.
So this is the difference between two URL like test.salesforce.com as well login.salesforce.com, right?
Yes. Yes.
So we will work on to all the things under the login.salesforce.com. Okay. So let me, here you can see we already created this account. So let me copy this username because I need this one. Okay. So I already created. So don't worry about that. In LWC training, just click this one and copy and paste it here. Okay. Then give the password. You have to create this account and for practice purpose, right? Remember me
Yes.
and log in. Now you can see I successfully logged in here. You can see here it's asking me like register your mobile phone. I don't want to register my mobile right now. I don't click on the register button, and here you can see I successfully logged in here. Okay, so this is the Salesforce org. Here you can see, right?
Yes.
And first of all you have to check your my domain before starting any project in LWC. So always check first my domain. So let me check my domain. Here you can see company setting. Under the company setting you can see my domain, right? As we already
Yes.
discussed in slide. Okay. So just you have to click this my domain. Once you click this my domain, so you can see different types of options under the my domain, right? So let me explain each and every point. For now, your knowledge purpose, only focus this section like my domain details. Okay, this one. This is for you, not all. Okay, this is highlighted area like current my domain URL. This one, you can see this URL under here in top. You can see this one, right? This URL
Yes.
automatically came here. You can see, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
also, yeah, and my domain name, this one. If anyone want to ask, yeah, anyone ask this question or this query like what is your domain name, so you can go directly here in quick find and search like my domain, and you can give this answer or query with you in front of your manager or your senior developer or your colleagues, right? Like my domain name, this one. Okay, so this is the your domain name. Here you can see this one. So nowadays Salesforce automatically enable this my domain. Previously it's a manual steps, but nowadays it's automatically enabled by the Salesforce. So don't worry about that, right? And also you can check your current URL here. This is the current URL and this is my custom domain, right? So this is for your knowledge purpose. Okay. So
Yes.
this is this is the one things. And how to enable DevHub, because we have to enable DevHub first if you want to work any LWC project. Okay, so always enable the DevHub, because DevHub always help us to create any scratch org, right? We already know about this one in our
Yes.
Selenium. So check under the quick find DevHub like that, and here you can see one options like DevHub. This one, right? Okay.
Yes.
So so you have to click this DevHub now. Just click this DevHub, and here you can see you can learn from here what is the definition of DevHub. Create and manage the scratch org from the command line, right? View information your scratch org, link namespaces, right? This is the definition. And here you can see small notes here, this one. You cannot disable this setting. Once you enable this one, this button, right? So you cannot
Yes.
again disable this one. It's a one time process.
Why
Okay.
is one day?
Yeah, because of it's a Salesforce standard or Salesforce rules. Okay. Once you enable this one, so you cannot disable again like that.
Okay.
Okay. For now, you have to enable this one. Here you can see some process is going on, and now you can enable it. And once you disable this, so you cannot see any button as a highlight. It's a gray out. It's a disable right now. Here you can see, but it's still here you can see like enable, but you cannot disable because we already enabled this one, right? Okay.
Yes. Sir.
Okay, fine. Now we already enable the DevHub. This is the first step. Okay, creating the LWC project. So keep in your mind and keep focus on that points, because it's very helpful for you and us. Okay, if you are working any LWC project point of view. Okay, so first of all we have to enable DevHub, then we have to move our VS Code. Okay, so let me open my VS Code, like VS Code. Okay, here you can see my VS Code. Okay, so let me close this one and let me create new window. Let me close this one. Okay, here you can see. So this is the our we can say that ID. Okay, and you can work from here as well. So first of all, we have to create our project. So how to create the project? So let me open the notepad. Okay. So here you can see my notepad. Yeah, this one. Here you can see. Like if you want first of the first step, like let me add these steps. Okay. Step one. Okay. Like enable Dev Hub, right? Then
Yeah.
step two, create project with Minifest. You know Minifest?
Yes, sir. Minifest.
What is Minifest?
Sir, Minifest is the collections of files, and it's the collections of many languages like HTML, CSS. Is it
Okay.
right?
Yeah, it's a little bit right, but the Minifest means like if you are using Minifest, so the LWC structure automatically created. Automatic, like any configuration file, any metadata file, or any metadata in related to your org, say automatically created the structure. Okay, with using
Yeah.
Minifest, and without Minifest, you have to create manually each and every metadata file.
Okay.
Okay, this is the difference. So you can create with the help of terminal as well, like sfdx command. So let me show you first of all these all commands, and the command is like sfdx force colon project colon create hyphen n and then give your project name. So you can create with the help of sfdx, like sfdx force colon create colon project, right? This is a command like project create. So first of all, force colon project, then
Great.
create, and give your alias name minus n means new, and give your single code like LWC project, something like that, right? You can create your project with the help of this one, or as well you can use command palette. So how to go command palette? Any shortcuts?
Mm, it's Control N.
No, no. Control N is a new copy, a new file, and you have to see in top menu like view. Under the view, you can see like command palette, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Just click this one, and here you can see this is a command palette, right? And you have to search like create, or you have to search like sfdx colon create project with Minifest. Here you can see this
Yes.
option. This first one, this one, right?
Yes.
So you have to click this one, like again, Control Shift P is the shortcut, and search SFDX create project with Minifest. Just click this one, and it's taking some few seconds. After that, you can see one pop up like enter your project name or some directory. So you can put from here. Okay. So here you can see like standard,
And
empty, or analytics. Okay, so always choose like standard. Okay,
yes.
choose standard and give your project name. So how to give project name? Like LWC training. Okay,
Sir,
like that.
what is the
LWC.
uh, like,
Sorry,
what the purpose we use analytic?
analytic basically used for like Einstein analytics in Salesforce. Some data representation or data visualization purpose.
Okay.
Okay. Like Tableau
Yeah.
CRM. You know, Einstein Analytics is automatically converted in previously in Tableau CRM right now in Salesforce. Okay. So analytic basically used to analyze or visualize your data. Okay, like account object, under the account object you can see lots of records, and if you want to analyze and you have to create any dashboard and report, so you can create with the help of analytics as well, right?
Yeah.
So this is the project name like LWC training. So let me click this, and it's asking me where you want to save this project. So I want to save uh, under D drive training. Okay, training, and here. Okay, so here you can see one command is going on, and here you can see it's a automatic created me one project files and all the folder structure. Okay,
Yes.
this one. So this is for LWC, how to create the project with the help of command palette, right? Now after some time we have to move like how to authorize and this org, because we already created project. I need to connect this project with the help of Salesforce. So how to connect with our org, right?
Yes.
So this is the another way, and we can say that this is another things in Salesforce, how to connect this project with our Salesforce org. This one, let me open this one, this one. Okay, so this is the different right now, and this is the different right now. I want to connect this project with this org, right?
Yes.
So how to connect this? So always goes like, first of all, Control Shift V. This is the command palette, and you have to search like sfdx colon authorize a dev hub. This second option, right?
Yeah.
Authorize a dev hub. Just click this one, and it's showing me like sfdx authorize a dev hub. So here you can see my login page is open now, and just click this one because we already logged in this username. Okay, and just always click allow for
Yes.
CLI purpose, allow, and after that you can see it's successfully authorized, and here you can see. Okay, so here you can see successfully authorized, and you can see under the command palette as well, like uh, successfully authorize this username. This is the our username, right? This is the org
Yes.
ID. Okay, and this is the command web login, something like that. You can see in my slide this command like sfdx force colon auth colon web login, right?
Yes. Yes.
So we already successfully logged in with the Salesforce org. Now it's time to create your scratch org. Okay, so how to create a
Yeah.
scratch org? So let me show you again. Control Shift P. This is the command palette, and type like sfdx colon create scratch or create a default scratch org. Okay, so just click this one, and it's asking me one project file like project hyphen scratch hyphen dap.json, and before that you have to click this manifest here package.xml. You can see each and every component. I will show you in upcoming session what is this. So for your knowledge purpose, let me show you one thing for you, like this is the Deva configuration part project JSON, and here you can see all the things, right? Directory, course app. Okay, all the things you can see here. Okay, let me choose one thing, like anything is there like has, no, it's not available right now. So let me remove this one because I need something for you. Okay, so let me show you like configure project dev. Here you can see I need this one under the config folder. Please uh, watch this carefully and focus on that, right? under the config file, you can see like project-scratch-dep.json. So this is the JSON file. So may I know about the JSON file and JSON full form, Pooja?
Yes.
What is JSON?
Sir, I don't know.
Okay. So JSON is nothing but it's a JavaScript object notation. Okay. And it's having always keys value pair. Key value.
Value,
Key
sir.
value. Right? Then
Yes.
you have to enable one features under this file like has sample data and always give as a true because I need Salesforce data in my org. So just save it and you have to create right now create a default scratch org and this is the default structure and give your alias name like first.
Hello,
Okay.
Rohit.
First. Yes.
Pratiksha here.
Yeah, yeah.
Why we
Tell
need
me.
to create JSON file?
It's a automatic project created. Okay, so no need to worry about this JSON file. It's a automatic created once you are creating any LWC project.
Okay, okay.
Okay, no need worry about. It's automatically created by once you are execute this command like Control Shift P and
Okay.
create project with manifest. This one. It's
Create
automatic
project with
created and
manifest.
yep.
What is this
Okay.
manifest?
Yeah, so I already told with with Pooja, but I will explain this like manifest. What is manifest? So if you are using this manifest option, so you can get each and every metadata files and folder structure. This one, these all folder structure by default. Okay, no need worry about step by step creating every each and every files like folders. Then you have to create these tools, everything. So if you are using this like create project with minifast, so all the folder structure and metadata automatically created by the Salesforce. Okay, that is the meaning of minifast. And without minifast, you cannot see these all folder structure or all files. So you have to create this manually, but manually is taking some time and efforts and you have to and maybe some mistake you have done from your side maybe. Okay, like creating some file and naming convention like that. So always choose this
Thank you.
create project with minifast. Okay, got it.
Yes, yes, got it.
Okay, okay. And our step is 3 like create scratch org. Okay, always remember the minimum uh, time or time period 7 days and maximum time
30 days.
of scratch or 30, only 30. Okay,
Yeah.
this is the scratch or only 1 month you can use this scratch or. Okay, so let me edit this like some property and key value pair like has sample data because I need Salesforce data under the this our SFDX project. So let me create this like create a default scratch org and this is the default structure and enter your like first. Okay, scratch scratch or something like that. You can give any name for your knowledge purpose. Let me give this name. Okay.
Rohit, this is sandbox org, right?
No, no, it's a production because sandbox is paid now because we cannot purchase right now because it's a very costly. So it's a production.
Okay.
You can implement this functionality as well, functionality with your
As you
sandbox as well.
said, there is a validity of 30 days. So for developer org or for sandbox?
Yeah, it's a production right now, but in our sandbox, you same things you can apply like for 30 days scratch on.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so this all the steps and all the processes are same in any sandboxes and any production environment. Okay, no difference between the sandbox and production with the help of SFDX project. All the commands and all the things both are same, right? So you have to enter your scratch org, like first scratch org, and hit the enter, and it's asking me like enter the number of days. Here you can see 1 to 30 until scratch org is expired to use, and default value is 7. Default value is 7. Okay, it's automatic taken by this command like 7 by default. So you have to enter manually like 30, right? And hit the enter, and you can see like creating a default scratch or under the bottom you cannot see any scratch or right now. Okay, after some time you can see, but for now you cannot see. So one process is going on. So is it clear for you right now, both of you, like Pooja and Prajakta? Pratiksha, sorry.
Yes. Yes, sir. It's clear.
Okay. Pratiksha?
Yes, clear.
Okay, fine. So one process is going on, and here you can see one name is automatic added here. You can see first is scratch out, right? This one. So we already created this scratch or, and let me show you one thing here. Like just a second. Yeah, this is our project name LWC training under the sfdx-project.json file, right? So this is for creating scratch org. Let me set this scratch org as a default. So how to set this scratch org, like sfdx set a default org. Okay, so just this is the command like sfdx colon set a default org. So let me click this one, and here you can see there are 3 commands, or we can say 3 scratch org. So let me check this one, like first scratch org. So just click this one, and here you can see one process is going on and successfully set. Let me open this scratch org. So how to open this one? Control Shift with this command palette, and type like sfdx colon open default org. Okay, just enter this command, and one process is going on, and after some time you can see my uh, new scratch org is created now. Here you can see, right? You can see this is the scratch org, right? Till now you have any query question regarding DevHub, scratch or project creation, something like that? So you can ask me. Okay, so I will take as a no. So let me do continue as well. So here you can see I already created some scratch org, like step 4 is like at a default org. Then step 5 is like step 5 is like default org, right? Please confirm, anyone?
Yes,
Hello,
sir.
Pooja and okay, no problem. Actually, I guess some mistake is there in my side, so that's why I'm asking again and again. So here you can see like step 5, open default org. Okay, so these all basic steps to creating your project, enable the dev hub and all the things you can see here. Okay, any project if you want to create under the VS Code using Salesforce, so you have to follow these steps. Without this step, you cannot create. Okay, so
Hello, Rohit.
yes.
There is step number 3, create a scratch org, right? So
Mm-hmm.
instead of creating scratch org, we can connect our org, like authorize an org.
Yeah, Yeah, you can connect with the help of authorize and org without creating any scratch org. But my motive is to understand scratch org and DevHub org as well, because DevHub
Okay.
basically use main org. Main org
Okay.
means Salesforce org. So you
Development
can
org.
use DevHub like DevHub,
Hmm.
or we can say that main org. Okay, both
Okay.
are same.
Okay.
So most of the company are right now using DevHub, but this is a not good practice or best practice. Okay,
Hmm.
because always learn SFDX, because SFDX is a future like CI/CD, continuous integration and continuous delivery, like DevOps in Salesforce.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
always learn this scratch org. Without scratch org, you cannot achieve everything. But DevHub basically used for who doesn't know about the commands and scratch org. Okay, so this is the easy to access the Salesforce store, but my motive is to create your brilliant mind using Scratch.org. Okay, not DevHub, because it's a very easy steps. I will show you like instead of Scratch.org, you can use DevHub. This is the one step process. This one. Got it?
Yes, got it.
Okay, fine. So you can create as well, but my motive or for your knowledge purpose is to clear each and every term, like what is SFDX, scratch org, because scratch org is a basic need if you are working a large amount of like big MNC. Okay, like Barclay, IBM, Infosys, TCS, or any MNCs. Okay, so Microsoft or Google. Also, all the developers use Scratch.org because it's a separate things, not all the things. Because suppose that for let's say this is the dev hub, okay, and I want to connect this dev hub like for project the Pratiksha and also Pooja as well. Okay, both developer are working in same dev hub. So Pratiksha push this some code under this dev hub like some Apex class, and Pooja also do some Apex code under this dev hub. So it's a not good practice because it's a collapse in sometimes like as a like some code merging or some we can say that some code conflicts is there, like both developers working in a same file. So something is happened in the org. So org doesn't know which developer is right now working or which developer do these things. Okay. So always create your scratch org with the help of DevHub and give your scratch org like for Pooja. This is the first scratch org for Pooja, and second scratch org for uh, Pratiksha. And Pratiksha do some work under this org like some Apex class, and same thing you can do with the help of this scratch org. And this scratch org you can deploy with the help of some commands under the DevHub, and you can deploy this org as well in DevHub. Okay, this is the life cycle, right? Is it clear for you?
Yes, Rohit.
Okay, fine. So let me go next. And here you can see my project is created and also my scratch org. Okay, and also I already opened my default org as well. So let me open my mm, this slide. Under this slide, you can see project creation. You can create with the help of some commands like sfdx force colon project colon create hyphen m, and then give your project name. Okay, you can authorize your org with the help of this command, and you can use as a command palette, because always if you are working some CI/CD stops, so always use some commands. And like SFDX is a separate course, or we can say that separate module under the Salesforce. So it says lots of things and huge amount of commands under the SFDX. Okay, so always use like as a control like control shift P command palette, and here you can see all the commands regarding SFDX. Like SFDX, here you can see each and every commands here, right? You can see. everything. You can create your function, test cases, and authorize org, package.xml generator, create apex trigger, project, pull source from the default scratch org, create Aura component, create LWC component, SQL builder, Visual Force page, create apex class. Here you can see everything, right? So this is also shortcuts. And now, and here you can see like some component naming convention. This is very most important for us because we are working right now in big MNC. So here you can see like folder naming convention. The folder and its file must follow these naming rules, like must be with the lower letters. Okay, so let me explain this one and you can easily understand this one. Like I want to create one folder like as a demo project, something like a demo component, like demo component. Okay, this one. So how to give the meaningful name for LWC perspective, this demo component. So always give like demo, no space between the strings, like demo, then component, like that. That is called camel case. This is for camel case, right? Always remember this one. This is for creating any LWC project. Prajakta, sorry, I think Prajakta is my sister, so that's why again and again I'm telling you this one. So Pratiksha,
Yes.
so is it clear for you and Pooja
Yes.
also?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so like
Yes.
a demo component, and if you want to create any component, so always give this name like first letter is a small, then give your capital name, rest of the name like component, any name is there like component name, something like that. Next letter is always capital like that. Okay, and then must be with the lower letters. Contain only alphanumeric or underscore character must be unique in the namespace. So it should be an unique in the namespace. So may I know about the namespace, Pratiksha and Pooja? You know about the namespace? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay. Pratiksha?
Namespace. Actually, when we deploy anything, like in my actual project, real-time project, I have
Mhm.
deployed something, and that time they have given namespace error. So we added their underscore underscore the Zipari name of project like that. So it's related to package, I guess.
Yeah.
Name.
So yeah, so namespace is nothing but it's a unique thing in your project or in your organization. Suppose you are working any Bolt company right now, like BOLT. So Bolt is a namespace. It's a unique, right? Every company name is unique, and unique things under the Salesforce you can apply. Like my Salesforce namespace is something different from your Salesforce, right? So namespace is different from it's vary to vary in your org. Okay, and come to the next point. Cannot include white spaces means this one. You cannot apply any space between the component name like this one. This is demo component, and you cannot apply any white space in between the string. Always remember, right? And now come to the next point. Cannot end with the underscore. You cannot end the like underscore like demo component underscore like that. You cannot end your component name like that. Okay, so this is for your naming convention. So if you are creating any LWC component, so always follow the camel case. Always remember this one. And now cannot contain two consecutive underscores like this one. So like let me create demo component or any underscore is there like this one. So it's not accept this consecutive two underscore, right? And also cannot contain any hyphen in between the component name like demo component, and if you give any hyphen in between, so it not cannot, it's not accept this one. Okay, hyphen. Okay, so is it clear for you, like naming convention for all the components name and what we need to create any component, and why we like any specific name is there like camel case for the LWC component. Always remember this one. So is it clear for you?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Yes.
Yeah. So always follow this camel case to creating any LWC component. Okay. So no need worry about any standard naming convention like there. So we have three naming convention in Salesforce, like Salesforce naming convention. Okay, like Salesforce LWC naming convention. So we have, okay, like first is like camel case, sorry, camel case. Second one, okay, like Pascal case. This is a programming standard or creating any LWC component. And then kebab case. Kebab case. Okay, so here you can see these three naming convention mostly used in World Wide Web right now. Camel case, Pascal case, and kebab case. So, do you know about these cases? Anyone? If you know, very well and good. Otherwise, I will explain each and every point.
I know about camel case. Rest of two I don't know.
Okay, no problem.
Yes.
Pooja?
Yes, sir, camel case I know, but rest I don't know.
Okay, no problem. So camel case basically used for LWC component, right? And Pascal case always use your JS file. JS file means controller. Okay, controller. And kebab case always used for referencing HTML template, or we can say a component, to another component like parent to child communication or child to parent communication like that. In that case, you have to use kebab case. Like I have like child component. Let's say this is the one component and this is the second component like parent component, right? Here component, right? So I have two components like child component and parent component. Okay. So how to use this child component under the parent? Okay, for example purpose, right now I'm showing this one. So how to use this child component under the parent? So we can use child component under the parent using kebab case like child hyphen component. Okay, like that. This is a kebab case. Is it clear for you? Hello?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
Sir,
right.
no.
can you explain it again?
Okay. So Salesforce follow these three naming convention for LWC or any programming perspective like Apex class, like camel case, Pascal case, kebab case. Camel case we can use creating for LWC component. Pascal case basically used for JS file that is called controller file. Okay. Kebab case basically used for referencing the one component to another component. Like I have uh, two component, like first is child component, second one is parent component, right? So I want to use this child component under the parent. Okay, I will explain in upcoming days how to communication between the parent to child, child to parent. So don't worry about it. For now, you can easily understand this one, like how to use this child component under the parent. So we can use child component under the parent with the help of kebab case, like that. This naming convention. You can convert this component like this naming convention here. This is the kebab case, right?
Yes.
Is it clear for you?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Okay, okay, fine. Now let me move on other things. So these all component naming convention. Okay, so here you can see ways to create LWC component. So we can create with the help of terminal as well command palette. Okay, so we have two ways to create any LWC component, using terminal, using command palette. So let me explain first terminal. Okay, so once you created your LWC project, so how to open terminal? So control and tilt if you are using window. So this is the terminal. Here you can see, and you can follow this command like sfdx force colon lightning colon component colon create, then space, then give your double hyphen type which type of component you want. I want LWC component, hyphen n means new, and give your component name like hello world. Okay, this is for sfdx. And let me show you this one like sfdx. So if you don't know about sfdx, so you can go through with the help of this terminal like sfdx commands. Once you enter this sfdx command, so it's showing me all the commands regarding sfdx. Here you can see. Let me open this one. Just a second. Here you can see all the commands regarding sfdx. Here you can see. Okay, this one. Okay, so here you can see like commands, alias list, alias set, all the things you can see here, everything, force colon something like that. These are all commands, so you can learn from here all the commands in a single sort, right? Now let me show you another things like sfdx. Sorry, there's a type mistake. sfdx force colon, and the command is lightning. Under the lightning you can take from here like hyphen h means help, you can take from help with the help of this command. Let me show you lightning is mistake from here, so no, and give this, and here is a type mistake, and you can see my command. Okay, like under the sfdx, like sfdx force hyphen lightning, if you take some help, so you can take from help in this command like force colon lightning colon app. You can create app, you can create your component, you can create event interface lwc test, something like that. These all commands. So let me open another command like lightning. I want to create like create command. So how to open this create, like create and give the h, you can take from the some help from this command. Okay, create, my mistake something here. Okay, a colon lightning. Okay, component. So first of all we have to write some component here like component and take some help from here. What is again mistake from here? Just a second. And then here you can see component. Okay, then if you want to execute this command, so here you can see another command like sfdx force colon lightning component create hyphen n my component. Okay, and again hyphen n my component hyphen hyphen type lwc. So this is for lwc purpose. Like if you are creating any component with the help of sfdx. So you can create with the help of some commands, or you can create directly Control Shift P and type like sfdx colon create uh, lightning web component here, right? This is the easy way. This is the some tricky way, but it's a very important for us once you are working in CI/CD and developer Salesforce developer experience. We can say that DX, right? Control Shift P and SFDX colon. Then you have to create your LWC Lightning Web Component. Enter and enter desired file name as you want. So I let me open like hello WORD. So this is the naming convention. Okay, this is the naming convention to creating any LWC component. So hello world. Once you enter this one, so you can see default directory. So just choose this default directory as well. So here you can see the component is created successfully. One message is here, and you can see under the LWC folder, you can see my hello world as a one folder. Under this folder, you can see my file, like 3 files, HTML, JS, and metadata file. This is the interview question. Like once you are creating any LWC project, so how many file automatically created? So always give this answer like 3 files. One is HTML, JS, and metadata file. Okay. So is it clear for you right now?
Yes.
All of you?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So do you have any query question till now?
I will
No.
watch this
Otherwise,
video again. If I feel any query, I will ask you.
yeah, definitely, no worry. Okay. So this time is like wrap up because we already done like 8:30, 31, something like that.
Something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
we will meet
we
soon
will soon
in tomorrow session.
tomorrow session.
Okay.
Okay,
Till
fine.
then,
Yeah.
bye bye. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye.